My brothers and sisters, you are now watching The Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
I know y'all seen that Walking Dead, though. I know y'all suckers seen the season premiere of AMC's season 6 of that Walking Dead, though. I know y'all seen it. Oh man, oh man, oh man. The Walking Dead, the official Walking Dead, not that trash known as Fear the Walking Dead, even though I like it. No, but The Walking Dead Season 6, man, it is finally here, man. The season premiere just aired this past Sunday. And my God, did like, you want to talk about an action-packed season premiere? Look no further than this episode right here, man. This junk was like action on top of action, walkers everywhere. Son, you want to talk about a herd? A herd of walkers? You want to talk about a field, like, literally, a community of walkers. Like, this episode might have had the most walkers I have ever seen in The Walking Dead. Like, they were, like, inside this quarry close to, Alexandria, and there had to be, like, 1,000 walkers, bro. I've never seen so many walkers in this show. Literally, walkers everywhere. It was a freaking herd of walkers, man. So, the season premiere starts off, the way they did this premiere, like, it was showing some stuff that was happening in the present day, but it also had, like, a lot of flashbacks. So it was, like, there was a lot of time skips going on, and, like, people thought at one point that something was wrong with their TV because, like, during the flashback scenes, your TV would be black and white, and they had a lot of those scenes in this show, so they had like a lot of flashbacks. I'm guessing the flashbacks is what happened after the ending of season 5. So there was like a lot of flashbacks, a lot of time skips, going from, what happened before to, the present day. So, man, what has the group been up to since, Rick Grimes just shot, I forgot man's name, and then Morgan came there and he was like, Rick? So it's been like a lot of, flashbacks, so what happened right after that. So, again, there's walkers freaking everywhere, and their plan is to try to lead the freaking community of walkers out of further west, I think, to get them away from Alexandria. So that's their plan. And, Rick and company, Rick Michonne, Daryl, that the Black Bruce Lee, Morgan, they are trying to still kind of train these people at Alexandria because they've never really been out in the world like this. So they're not used to this stuff. They're freaking scared, and Rick is trying, train them on how to survive. So, they have this plan, to lead the walkers out further. And, they're trying to execute this plan. Again, there's a lot of flashbacks going on. So it's like a lot of stuff, you'll see some scenes with Rick and Morgan. And this is huge because you haven't really seen Rick and Morgan like that since the first season. Like, yeah, he was in season 3 in that one episode, Clear, which was one of my favorite episodes. But in that episode, Morgan was like, he was on drugs. Like, he was crazy. So seeing this new Morgan talk to Rick is like, we haven't seen this in so long, so they're, talk. So they're talking to, each other, and Morgan is trying to tell Rick, you're still the same man that I met way back when, and then Rick is like, no, I'm not. So like Rick, again, all the stuff that Rick has been through, Rick is a totally different guy from what Morgan used to know. Now, Rick ain't no savage, you know, he just ain't going to kill you for no reason. But the transformation of Rick Grimes, it is like, man, from what he used to be to what he is now, Rick is like, Rick is totally different, you know, but Morgan is still trying to tell him, no, you're still the same guy I have met and stuff. So they have like a lot of flashbacks. I say this episode was an hour and 30 minutes long. And I say out of that hour and 30 minutes, no lie, there was probably like an hour's worth of flashbacks. It's like this junk had a lot of flashbacks, too many to remember. But yeah, so Rick and the group, you know, they're trying to train, you know, the people at Alexandria, because they haven't really been out in the world like this. They're not really used to this. You know, some people in that, in that group, they're really not for Rick, taking over, because a lot of these people, they don't trust Rick, because Rick is different, you know, so, you know, they seen him kill people, he's pointed a gun at them and stuff like that. So they're not really sure about Rick yet. There are some new characters in this episode. You had Dr. Dre. You had the dude that played Dr. Dre in Straight Out of Compton. I think the guy's name is Heath. And Heath is a character in the comics, and I'm like, they got another black dude to kill, bro. I'm around like in The Walking Dead. If you're not Morgan, the Black Bruce Lee, or Michonne, and you're black, you're not safe. But no, I think he actually does have, a role in the comics. So I don't think he's gonna die anytime soon. So you have Heath, Glenn, and the freaking bastard that killed Everybody Hates Chris. The guy, Nicholas. So they have a job to, so they have a job to do. Like they're all doing different things. Like, Rick is doing his job. Daryl, he's on his freaking motorcycle, and like he literally has like a squad of walkers just behind him. And like they have this one shot to where like Daryl, he's like on his cycle, and he's like going up the road, and like you can just see like squad of walkers just behind him. He just looks so freaking raw, right? So everyone has a job to do, and Glenn, Nicholas, and Heath, they're trying to do their own thing. And here's the thing. Nicholas killed Everybody Hates Chris, right? He pretty much got him killed. The dude tried to kill Glenn. And that was the very last episode in season 5. I could not stand Nicholas, bro. He needed to die, but I don't know why. And he has not redeemed himself. But for some reason, Glenn and Nicholas have this interesting dynamic together to where like they're starting to trust each other more. You can see, they're kind of on the same page. And even though Nicholas did some bad things, I'm kind of starting to like his character. I don't know if I should be. I don't know if I should feel guilty of that, because he got Noah killed and he almost tried to kill. He shot Glenn, so. But it's just weird, like how they're so like on the same page now, and he trusts Glenn now, so that's so weird. Father Cheeks, Father Gabriel. I don't know. Because when if you watch the season 5, like I don't know exactly what he's up to. I don't know why he's there, but like every time he would ask for help, like it was this one scene to where Rick was like, they were having a meeting inside the house, with Rick's group and all the people at Alexandria, and Rick was like, so who's going to step up and help, for this job that we're trying to do? And Father Gabriel was like, I'll help. Just literally, he couldn't even get out, I'll help. Rick said no. just shut the man down like that. He was just like, it's like, Father Gabriel, I don't know what his purpose is. He's there, but he's irrelevant. Like, the group does not care about him. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what they plan on doing with him, but it's just like, why are you here, bro? So, they had another flashback to where the guy, Carter, he's one of the people at Alexandria, and they were inside of this house with the with some of the other people there. And Carter and Carter and his group was trying to plot on trying to kill Rick, because they're saying Rick is going to get them killed, and he's dangerous, and there's like a lot and they don't trust him and stuff like that. So they're trying to plot on killing Rick Grimes. You're gonna try to kill this Rick Grimes? Maybe you could have got away, away with that if Rick was still, who he used to be. But this Rick Grimes, good luck, fam. But Eugene, he walks in on them and overhears their conversation, and then he gets caught. And you kind of get the idea, because he gets caught and he heard what they were saying, that Carter's going to kill Eugene. And Rick walks in and he's like, "What the hell is going on here?" you know how Rick talks. And he's like, "What the hell is going on here?" And it's like, Carter was like, we're trying to kill you. And then like Rick, he says something. This man did CQC Big Boss style, took the gun out of his hands and just put it. I keep on trying to tell people, bro, Rick is like the Shane 2.0. He's not Shane, but Rick is he's a totally different person, bro. He's gone through so many things, from losing his wife to losing Shane, Herschel. He's been through a lot, from seeing Carl almost get raped. And then, I think that's when Rick turned. Like, see that part in season 5. Was it season 5? No, it was hold on. It was season 4. It was the season 4 finale. And that part, to where Carl was about to get raped. And then what Rick had to do, he freaking took a chunk out of dudes. I think that was the turning point. Like, this new Rick Grimes is not to be played with. Like, everyone almost looks scared of Rick. Even Morgan. And this man is the Black Bruce Lee, bruh. Like, people just know that he's the boss. So, like, you don't want to try Rick Grimes right now. Not now, bro. This man is on a totally different level, So, but yeah, they had a lot of flashbacks, a lot of action. Again, their plan is trying to lead this freaking planet of walkers. It's like, there's so many walkers, bro. Out, they're trying to lead them out, west, to get them away from, where they are, So, but fast forward a little bit to like towards the ending, to where like, Carter, Rick, of course, he doesn't kill, Carter, but that was more like a don't try me type deal, So they had a lot of time skips, it was flashbacks, and then, it would go back to, what was actually going on. And, so they're doing their plan, and they're leading the walkers, out, further. And, Carter was like, Rick, you were right. This is actually going to work, because Carter did not think like this plan would go, as smooth as, as smooth as they were explaining the plan to go out, but at the time it was working. And then Carter was like, Rick, I should have trusted you. And then, and they did a little, handshake. So, I forgot what happens, but like, the walkers, they kind of start to, go off the trail, and then they have to get the attention of the walkers back, to keep them going, in the path that they want them to go in. And, some of the walkers start to go off trail, and like Carter, he's going by a tree, and one of the walkers grabs him and takes a freaking bite out of his face. And it was just like instant karma, because Carter, here was the guy that was trying to plot on killing Rick. And then, they had this flashback to where Rick and the Black Bruce Lee Morgan, were, on the porch. And, Rick had a Judith, in his hand. Speaking of Judith, that's not Judith, bro. I swear, they switch out this baby every season. Like, that's not Judith. I already see it. It's not the same baby. But, so he had a Judith in, his hands, and they're on the porch. talking. And then again, Morgan is still trying, to get through to Rick that, hey, you're still the same guy. I know this can't be who you are. And then, Rick is just like, you know how we all know that Rick is still a good guy, but literally Rick can't let his guard down no more. Like, he has to be this guy because every single time he almost gives someone a chance or, tries to go back to who he really is, something bad always happens. So Rick has to keep up, this, tough guy, like no remorse for nothing type, thing. So, Rick was just like talking about what went down with, Carter to where, he was trying to plot to kill him. And then he was like, it doesn't really matter because in the end, he's going to die anyways. Now fast forward, and he's actually getting bit. So he's getting bit by a walker, and Rick sees it, and Carter's just screaming. It's like, there's nothing you could do. There's only certain places you can get bit, and you might still be able to survive. But if you're bit on the freaking face, like, what are you going to do? Like, slice his, like, cut off half his face? Like, there's really nothing he can do, and he knows that. Carter knows that, but he's screaming, and then the walkers, all these freaking walkers are starting to hear the noise, so it's real dangerous right now. And Rick, he's trying to get Carter to calm down, but you know that he has to die. So Rick takes out the knife, pulls his head back, kills him, bro. So Carter's dead, bro. And it was just like karma. Like, you tried to kill Rick, and here's Rick killing you because you got bit by a walker. Michonne and Morgan sees Rick kills Carter, but they know that it had to be done, but it just seemed like he did it with no hesitation. It seems like Rick, like, how Rick used to struggle with killing someone, even if he knew that it needed to be done, like, he could just never do it. Now, it's just like, he's just like, he doesn't even think no more. He just like, sorry. He just kills him, and you can see that it kind of gets to Morgan and Michonne, even though they know that it needed to be done. Rick just seems like he's like this, he has this cutthroat, just do what needs to be done mindset right now that is like, and this is what Shane was telling him, when Shane was still in the show, that you're going to have to be able to make the hard decisions. And this was something that Rick always struggled with in this show. When it came to killing someone, he could never do it because he's just going to drive himself to do it. Now it's just like, sorry. he's like a Shane 2.0, bro. Really. He really is, so that, goes down. So then, they eventually get the walkers, that walks off, the path they're trying to get them to go on back into the, herd of walkers, and they're trying to lead them out, further west, away from where they are. And, it seems like they're doing it. It seems like aside from Carter dying, it seems like now things, are starting to get back in order, and like all the walkers are on the path and they're driving. Like, when I tell you there were so many freaking walkers, I can't even, I can't even, bro. All I know, and I said this, if they were dealing with the zombies that were in the World War Z movie, they would have absolutely no shot. They would have no shot at all, bro. Everybody would be dead, bro. Everybody. But, so, again, the whole thing about this episode is them trying to lead out the walkers and trying to train the people at Alexandria, because they haven't really been out in the world like this, but they're not ready. You can see they're not ready. They're scared of walkers still, because they haven't really been face to face with actually killing walkers, so, but they're leading the herd out further. And, it seems like things are going swell, and towards the very end, this freaking horn goes off. I don't know. It's like a freaking horn, just like a loud horn, and then like you can just see the walkers, they're starting to go towards the noise, and it seems like it's going back to where Alexandria is. So like they have so many walkers taking this path, and then they hear the horn, and then like it's just being broken up. Like all the walkers are now starting to stray away and go back to where the noise is. So their whole plan is ruined. Whole entire plane is ruined because this freaking horn is going off. No one knows who's exactly doing it. It could be the wolves, but no one knows for sure who's exactly doing the horn. But their plan gets tampered with because of this horn going off. And now all these freaking Planet Walkers are starting to go back towards where the noise is. So it's like, that was really there was so much stuff that happened in this episode. I know I skipped some stuff because there were so many flashbacks, so many, moments in this show. But it's like, if I was to talk about every little thing that happened, this jump will go over 2 hours, bro. But it was a really good I did not expect the season premiere to be that, action-packed. There was like a lot of stuff going on. It was an action-packed season premiere. I enjoyed it. But at the same time, I don't think this was the best season premiere that they've had thus far. I think the season premiere of season 5 of The Walking Dead is still the best. Is the best season premiere that this series has had thus far. I thought the premiere of a season 6 was good, but I still think the season 5 premiere was better. This one was still good, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like it was like here, there, and like you couldn't really just focus on one thing that was going on because like they had so many flashbacks, so many time skips, and going from what happened, to what happened before to what's now going on in the present day. It was like so much stuff going on that you couldn't really. I just thought the pacing could have been a little better. It was still a good premiere, but season 5, that premiere, that was just. I don't think nothing could beat that one. But I enjoyed this premiere. What did you guys think of the premiere of season 6 of The Walking Dead? What do you think is going to go down in the next episode, man? I really think at one point, because you could see it, like Rick's mindset and Morgan's mindset is like completely different. Like. And I really think at one point they're going to clash. I don't think like they're going to have this huge fight to the death, but they're definitely going to clash because you can just see it. You can see it. They're going to clash. Morgan, Michonne, Glenn, like a lot of them seem they still follow the word of Rick, but you can see that. They're like, yo, like, you gotta calm down, Rick. But he can't because he's been through so much stuff. But I really did enjoy this premiere of season 6 of The Walking Dead. I did not think it would be that action packed. A lot of stuff went down. But I still think the premiere of season 5 was better. Just because it was just better. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What did you guys think about the season 6 premiere of AMC's The Walking Dead? What do you think is going to go down in the next episode? Let me know down in the comments below. And I will catch you suckers in my next video, alright? Black Bruce Lee out.